American Idol, why some people say Taylor Hicks trashed the show.
And this doctor is in. The Rock Doc, that is. How he gets your favorite singers ready to perform.
Place to find a place to live. All these stories and, of course, all the day's news coming up in about 45 minutes on Fox 10 News at 10.
Okay, only on Fox, you hear your favorite musical act is coming to town. You rush out and you buy your tickets. It seems like time just crawls while you're waiting for them to perform. But then the day finally arrives and you're devastated when the show is canceled because somebody in the band is sick.
Somebody's lost their voice, they can't sing. You've heard it before. It's not a far-fetched scenario, especially this time of year. But we met up with a Valley doctor who does everything he can to try to prevent that type of thing from happening. It may look like any entrance to a doctor's office in Scottsdale, but inside these pulsating doors, there's a very different view of the entertainment industry. Meet Dr. David Carfagno, a.k.a. The Rock Doc. When the biggest musical acts in the world come to the Valley, the Rock Doc is there to make sure that the show will go on.
We treat them like an athlete because they're on the road all the time. They have to have some sort of performance for their performance, and so we talk about diet, exercise, in addition to treating any ailments.
In the world of sports medicine, Carfagno has helped athletes ranging from high school through the pros. He's also part of the medical team, appropriately enough, at the yearly P.F. Chang's Rock and Roll Marathon. The team concept also works when it comes to treating musicians and their crews.
Yeah, I usually bring myself, a nurse, if it's requested, a massage therapist, and if it's also requested, we'll do hearing testing, we'll do B12 shots.
Carfagno says it's not all decadence and debauchery backstage before a show, especially for veterans of the road.
How they understand that they have to give a 2.5-hour performance. The stress on their body does take its toll, and if they can do some preventative things like eat well, exercise to a certain extent, that it's going to help improve their stamina and performance even towards the end of their tour. Sometimes the younger groups are going to be a little bit more naive to the whole process. They haven't learned yet and they're still living pretty fast.
The majority of ailments that Carfagno treats have to do with throats and upper respiratory problems. But the members of the band aren't the only ones who need help on tour. Carfagno also takes care of the people who move the huge productions from city to city, the roadies.
Because there's a lot of orthopedic injuries, a lot of strains and sprains, and they're lifting a lot of heavy equipment. So a lot of overuse injuries in addition to being sick.
Of course, there are some perks to being the Rock Doc, like meeting your personal favorites. Carfagno has been backstage, the doctor, when Robert Plant and Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin come to town.
Robert Plant, I thought, would be probably one of the most standoffish people, was probably the most humble stars that I've ever taken care of in the entertainment industry. Very down to earth.
To the west, and my spirit is crying for leaving.
He was one of those that keeps in shape and eats real well. He's able to sustain through the years why he's been able to stay in the business. And he works out 2 to 3 hours a day, plays tennis, eats well, has a good, active lifestyle.
But maybe the biggest thrill of being Rock Doc was actually being offered a job to go on the road to take care of Plant and his band, an offer he had to turn down.
But I had a prior commitment with an orthopedic group, so...
So you couldn't go on tour with Led Zeppelin?
They wanted... That would have been awesome.
And she's buying a stairway to heaven.
Plant just moved Carrie to tears. She's in a full meltdown. Carfagno, a total Led Zeppelin freak and an amateur guitarist. He even got to play alongside guitar legend Jimmy Page backstage before one show.